Kirsten, welcome back. Today I'm giving you the roundup from the third week of NEWTs. I started at the beginning of the month with a 15 book to read pile, which I thought was going to be more than enough, and I've blown through it, switching out a few things, but basically getting O's in all my planned NEWTs, which is great. So now I'm flying free. We'll see how well I do, I guess. So my first is All Out for an O in Charms, a book which you think will leave a mark. And this is queer tween through the ages. It's all sorts of genres. It's YA, but there's historical fiction, romance, SF, fantasy, contemporary. It's all in there and it's all brilliant. I love it so much. It's got a variety of authors you might have heard of, like Mackenzie Lee, Melinda Lowe, Tessa Gratton, and authors I hadn't heard of, like Dahlia Adler, but it's all consistently brilliant, and I think I will be looking back to some of these stories for a long time to come. I highly recommend it. It's beautiful as well. Okay, and for an O in Muggle Studies, a retelling, this is another book of short stories. Again, it's got some big names like Alyssa Wong and Aliette de Bodard, Melissa de Cruz, and some less names I'd not heard before. It's all Asians, retelling Asian stories. In case you're not familiar with the huge body of literature from the Philippines to India and China and all throughout the world, this is each story has an explanation of what the retelling is, what it's retelling after the main story, but a lot of them I did actually recognise just from having read a lot of books. And again, they are all absolutely brilliant. I love this. If you're at all interested in fairy tale retellings or mythology or religion, then this is a great book. Then I was flying free and no idea. So for a pass in potions, an A in potions, it was a book with a colour in the title. I got The Red House Mystery by A.A. Milne. I love A.A. Milne's writings. I love his adult books. Mystery, not his genre, but if you feel like you want to give it a go, you could pick it up. This copy obviously is physical, but the Kindle copy you can get his whole works in a bundle quite cheaply. So or his whole adult works. So it's worth a go if you're at all intrigued. I just really like this cover because it's got this very classic mystery look to it, and I'm glad I read it. But it wasn't brilliant. It's not special. If you want that kind of golden age of mystery and you want to look beyond Christie, then I'd go for Nia Marsh or Marjorie Allingham instead of this. But if you want an A.A. Milne that's quite fun, I'd go for this. And the last book I read this week for an A in Divination is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. This is a sci-fi Cinderella retelling where Cinder is a cyborg, and the reason she's looked down at so much is because they're in a two-tier society where cyborgs are not as good as humans, or they're not considered as good as humans, but she's a very gifted mechanic, and she meets her handsome prince through her job and ends up at the ball with him, as you'd expect, and it's quite nice. I quite enjoyed it. I'll pick up the second one because it was on the shelf at the library. I won't go out of my way to pick them up, but I'm glad I read it. And now I think I just need 5 more books before the end of the month to pass all my NEWTs, which is just unbelievable. I absolutely had not expected that at all when I started this, so I don't know whether it'll happen. It might happen, it might not, but I will let you know either way. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!